Hey, and welcome back again. I didn't think I would be doing another Calvine UFO update, but I am because of you. Thank you so much. So I think I've laid out the debate whether it's a UFO, a military craft, or a reflection of a wee rock. And if it is a reflection of a small rock in a lake, it's still there, isn't it? So I reached out to you wonderful viewers, both on YouTube and on my Patreon site. Some of you live in the Calvine Pitlochry district of Central Highlands, and Graham French said, I know the rock. Oh, whoa. And he has a photograph of the rock. So here it is. The rock he claims is real. It's in Loch Arocti, which is a man-made reservoir built in 1957, a fine year, the year of my birth, and Sputnik, in the Central Highlands in the Calvine area. And in the middle of this man-made flooded valley, there's still a wee peaky triangular rock. So the rock idea is it's a reflection in water, and the top half is a triangular rock, and the bottom half is a reflection making a diamond shape, which is looks like it's floating in the sky. And there's a wee airplane, which is possibly a Harrier. Lots of other ideas flying also above it and reflected in the water, and we'll get on to the reflection in a minute. But how was the photograph taken, and why are we confused if it is a reflection? Well, because you don't see a horizon line. And as you know, in Scotland, if you don't like the weather, wait for 5 minutes and it'll change. Or how do you tell if it's raining? You see those hills over there? If you can see them, it's about to rain. If you cannot see them, it's raining. So you know that story. It was taken in August 1990. I don't know the weather conditions of the exact day. At 9 p.m., it could easily just becoming misty, and the horizon was blurred. So the sky and the clouds and the reflection of the sky and the clouds meet, if that's better for you, and then there's a rock with its reflection, and just luckily a aircraft was flying over. Now, a lot of people have raised, why isn't the aircraft upside down? Well, mirrors don't really work like that. So imagine an airplane flying, here's my airplane, flying over. You see an airplane flying over in the mirror. It's not as if it's an upside down airplane. You don't see the other side of the airplane. Maybe that's not what you mean, but it is possible that the airplane is reversed. So if there was lettering, it would seem like backwards because it's a mirror image. But I don't think you see the other side of the aircraft, because a lot of people are saying, to see it in the way in the photograph, the airplane must have been flying upside down. Well, if it was upside down, no, it doesn't make any sense to me, but maybe you can explain mirrors better. And it gets even more exciting. So now that we know it's here in Loch Arocti, which is in the Calvine area and is quite well known as a photogenic spot, I discovered that the loch has a sailing club. So I've asked the chairperson of the sailing club to put a picture up on their notice board, or in the 2022 equivalent, their website, or whatever, their Discord server. I don't even know what that is. And to see if anybody's sailed round the wee rock and send us a picture. What would be brilliant is, do you live in this area? Can you take a copy of the original UFO photograph and go and match it? Find the now probably broken down fence, the willow tree, and the pointy rock. It doesn't matter that the conditions aren't exactly the same. You're probably going to find that there's a choppiness on the water, but that's fine. We just to see that the rock shape, the top half of the rock, corresponds to what we see in the photograph. And if that's the case is solved. But we have to wait for that. One other viewer came up with this. Recently, because of the low water levels in the reservoir, there was a photograph of the rock. It's not a great photograph, it's this one, but I think it clearly shows the top half of the diamond UFO not really reflected. And it's the rock in Loch Arocti. So this is the rock, but we need a slightly better picture from the bank of the loch, ideally with the fence and a bit of willow trees, just the spot that whoever it was took it. And talking about that, Andrew at Sheffield Hallam University, here he is looking at processing the scan of David Clarke's retrieved photograph, has come up with lots of information about it. It was definitely shot on a strange, very professional Ilford black and white stock that used color processing, because black and white processing by 1990 is gone unless you did it yourself. So this was an Ilford Sacat. It's the Ilford black and white stock that you ran through a C47 color processing bath, but produced black and white pictures. Professional. So whoever took the picture, professional. So this wasn't an amateur snap. So I think that's good. Wiley! Hiya. What? Is it a UFO? Is it a UFO? No. See, she knows. I don't think she was very clear on that. But anyway, I think she has an opinion. And Nick Pope has ploughed in. He's come out of the wilderness with his Twitter account, and first of all posted a great picture of Nick working at the MOD at the UFO office, and he confirms that the poster of the Calvine UFO object was put up in his desk in his office before he took his desk, and he also confirmed that it was taken away. He kind of hints that there was a big hoo-ha going on with the Ministry of Defense and the Department of Defense in America. It was just prior to the Gulf War, and there were test missions over the Central Highlands area. And I think the whole thing of German, NATO, American, British aircraft doing test flights just prior to the war, revealing that preparations were taking place, was really sensitive, and that might be the case. He also reveals that the file on the Calvine UFO incident was released, but not the original photographs, and the only thing the MOD released was this terrible black and white photocopy, which we'd all seen, and now we have the original picture. So thank you, David Clarke. And that he doesn't really talk about it being embargoed until 2076. I read that somewhere. It sounds like it was actually published, but he also says, Nick Pope also says, that he thinks that the original photographs of Calvine and some very important information from Rendlesham was destroyed by the MOD when they cleared out their records. And he's kind of peed off about that. So where do we go from here? Well, you do. Anybody volunteer, please, to go and walk around Loch Arocti in the Calvine area of near Pitlochry in central Scotland and find the wee rock. Send it to me. Email address is on my channel page, or you can just leave a comment and I'll get in touch with you. Because of you, the truth just might be revealed. Cheers, people.